for it.
Oh, great. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Bob. This is March 31st, 2018.
Beautiful.
I haven't seen you since, well, bringing the nuclear waste casket through Sacramento would have been 1989 or 1990.
And there was Bill Rossi, Paul Rodarty, J.R. Wilkinson, and Dr. Marvin Resnikoff, the nuclear physicist.
Okay.
What a crew.
What a crew.
We brought it through
I
here.
remember visually. I don't remember so much stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember Michael Pickering was our local contact person.
That's right. I remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was in 89, but then 14 years before that, you started Citizen Alert.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit why you did that.
I got hired to be the director of the Foresta Institute. And the day I arrived, moving from D.C., where I'd been involved with community organizers and community organizations, the day I arrived, Maya Miller handed me a very thin file folder with one newspaper article in it that said, Nevada is one of 3 states being proposed to be a nuclear waste dump. And she handed me this and she said, what are we going to do?
And what year was that?
That was 1974.
Wow.
And so I had all my tricks that I had learned from working in D.C., which was, I'll see if I can remember. This is a long time ago. It's 1974 from 2018. Well, yeah. Anyway, so I probably, because of the work in D.C., I understood you need a lot of people. You need to organize. You need to get people around the state educated and interested in participating. And and I had a couple of contacts with foundations, so I was able to get a little seed money. Mm-hmm. And Maya, of course, gave us some seed money too. And so it was, and I had, that summer, I had worked on Maya's political campaign. She was running for the U.S. Senate nomination, which meant I had been all over the state. And I knew people, and I knew people who knew people. And so it immediately became clear to me that all of my friends in D.C. thought that they were the ones who knew everything about nuclear waste and what should happen, and that they really dissed the local voice. Mm-hmm. So I gave up on them. And I found this film about the nuclear waste industry. Oh, God. I wonder if it still exists somewhere. I can't remember the name of it, but, it was doom and gloom. Mm-hmm. And scientists, including the pro-nuclear waste, or pro-nuclear industry scientists were in it. And I talked a friend of mine into driving around Nevada with me, Catherine Hale, showing this film, and we set up meetings in all these different places. I got in touch with the college president in Elko, I remember, and he said, you don't want to talk to me, but you want to talk to this woman named Sarah Sweetwater. Because she'll like what you're doing. Where was it? It was one of those.
Back then it was Campsie.
And back then it was Campsie. Thank you for that little bit. Sarah Campsie. One of the little towns in the middle of Nevada, probably Route 50 town. Maybe it was Eureka. Somebody, I said nuclear waste, and somebody into the librarian, and set up a meeting, and everybody, well, people here will be really interested because we're all into storing things, like our vegetables and our fruit, and so they'll be really interested in storing nuclear waste.
Yeah.
You betcha. I mean, there are wonderful stories about that road trip, and one of my funders, I think it was Tides, when I wrote my field trip report. I had all these index cards of everybody we talked to, and they loved that half of our field trip stops were at bars.
Yeah.
Because in rural Nevada, that's the community meeting place.
Right.
So, I don't know. So we made contacts around, and Joanne Garrett was one, but she wanted to be anonymous because of her relations in Baker. And we built an advisory committee and a little board. John Wellinghoff and was one of our first board members. And can you pause that for a minute, because Frankie's